I think I didn't even start calling myself a composer until a few years ago. You know, when I was trying to describe myself, I realized I wasn't just a cellist, I was also a composer. I think there's this idea like composers write music down, and I don't write anything down, so I think I thought that, well, I don't write it down, so therefore I'm not really a composer. The vision I have in my head, like the music that I want to make, is so vast and multidimensional, and the tools in this three-dimensional world are so much smaller than the music that I want to make. And so I'm always trying to like put it into this little thing and it comes out. And so it's like, that's what I'm doing, and it's a never-ending process. Like, I'm still not there. Like, right now I'm using a computer, and I can do up to like 24 tracks of cello. And I can, you know, sample things and store them and throw them back at the audience later. And it's still not quite fluid enough for me. Like, I think now I need to make it more fluid so that I can really improvise more with the computer. I think I'm just trying to, the technology is like, it both creates a box for you to work in, which is a good creative tool, but then you reach the limits of it, and then you start adding new technology, and it's very much a part of the writing. Like, I think that struggle to make technology do what you want it to do, to make it maybe do something that it wasn't designed for. There's something interesting there, but then I don't like the technology to overwhelm the music, so. The music that I've already written is always evolving on stage, and that's because I have different technology I'm using. I have different microphones. My microphones change really frequently because I'm always, you know, again, the cello has this beautiful sound, and the microphone is taking like a picture of it and then giving that to the audience. And so I think of it as like when I started out with using like piezo pickups, that picture was like a photocopy. And then I was like, okay, that isn't working, so I started using contact microphones, and that was like a colored copy. And now I have some different microphones, and those are a pretty good digital photograph. And I'm still trying to get that. I want the audience to feel the sound of the cello the way I feel it. So every time I even just change a microphone, that changes so much the kinds of recordings I make, that then, of course, I want to change all the parts that stack up against those recordings. You know, and it's kind of like it's like the butterfly flapping its wings, and everything down the line changes. I feel like there's no reason for it to be stuck in time. It's like a piece of music is a snapshot of all of my past with whatever's going on right now, and it's going to be different each day. I have a lot of flexibility. It's really, sometimes it's about how confident I'm feeling. Like if I'm feeling confident, I'll really go far out there, you know, and the pieces will be vastly different today than they were yesterday. Other times I'll have sort of this is the way that I am doing them right now in this period of time, meaning this tour that is lasting 3 months. So, there's also this authenticity thing where if I'm playing a piece and it's not risky for me to do it, like if it's so easy because I know it so well that there's no risk involved, I feel like I'm cheating the audience. And I'm cheating myself. Like, I can explore, like I'll have a piece and I'll for a long time I'll try to make it as perfect as possible. Like this is endless quest for perfection. So, you know, how, you know, that little phrase there, how perfect can I make the tail of the phrase, you know, and I'll really get into that and I'll make all the little parts as perfect as I can possibly make them within the constraints of this one composition without changing it, just making the phrasing better and better and better and better. It's kind of like what we would do as a classical musician. Eventually, I'll have improved every little thing in there. They're all improved now. They're all where I want them to be. And I'll play it that way with great pleasure for a while, just enjoying that I've made it perfect now. And then someday I'll wake up and I'll be like, this is boring. This is boring. Like I'm playing it and it's perfect, but it doesn't move me anymore. And I want to be moved when I'm playing the music. So then I start changing things. But I do feel like live is a very specific situation. And it's all about the environment that you're playing in and that the audience is in. And in certain situations, you just cannot take a million years for a piece to develop. There are times though when I make something, I'm just like, you know, take it or leave it, this is the piece. But, you know, I think for a live performance, I definitely think about what makes a good show, because it's not just me up there, you know, in my own world. It's like we're having this whole experience. And so it really, really matters to me that you have a good time, or that not have a good time. That makes it sound too light. It's more like I want us to escape time. Like that's my goal. Like, you know, music is this thing happening over time, and when it really works, you lose a sense of time. I want to take you out of your little linear path along time. That's my goal. And so I'm doing that for myself as well as for the audience.